Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Mad Men Sports. We're sponsored by Black Button Distilling. 3 hosts, same as always, Zach, Diamond, Dave, and myself, Jake. What's going on, guys? How you doing?
Not too bad. Another day, another Sunday, another show, another podcast, another whatever way you're taking us. Appreciate you taking us in. We got some Bills news on the docket. Diamond Dave, how you doing today, buddy?
Long week, but ready to podcast with you guys.
Good
As
week.
always.
Was it a good week, Dave?
Yeah, it's ups and downs like always.
Ups and downs indeed. Rough month if nothing else, but
What are you going to do?
we march forward. Jake, how's your day going? No one ever asks you.
Yeah, it's going pretty well.
All right,
Nice,
that's enough of
relaxing
Jake.
Sunday.
No, I'm kidding.
Come on, man. See, I never talk. That's why.
You never get to talk. So, Diamond Dave, what's new? I know the Royal Rumble was tonight. Are you surprised about who won?
I was pleased with who won.
Pleased.
I enjoyed it. It was fun. You guys watched it too. It was entertaining.
Hated the outcome.
Yeah, I don't like how long Roman Reigns was in there for, but that's besides the point.
No one ever likes Roman Reigns.
Maybe we should do a wrestling podcast.
Nope. So this is a Bills podcast, if nothing else. We also had another special sporting event today. The Pro Bowl. Now, the Bills' 4th best wide receiver lined up at wide receiver today. Andre Roberts actually caught at least 2 catches and a touchdown.
Would you call it a catch? It was a catch. It's a Pro Bowl catch.
It was a catch.
Not a regular season catch.
Listen, they do thud in the Pro Bowl. This was a catch. They kind of smacked it out of it. If he actually cared, he wouldn't have dropped it.
Touche.
Listen, I was surprised, and Lamar Jackson got the MVP for the offense. The guy that threw Andre Roberts the ball. So, it's interesting to see how that broke down. Ryan Tannehill got to play in the Pro Bowl today. I don't know if that's something I would have thought happened ever.
Very surprising.
Yeah,
he deserved it.
Our buddy Frank the Tank, big Ryan Tannehill fan, he predicted, I'll give him this. He predicted the Tennessee Titans to make the playoffs over the Bills, and he also predicted the Raiders, which can't win that one. But
yeah, they were close, though.
The Titans were a little bit better than I thought they'd be. Good for him. Dave, you didn't take in any Pro Bowl. I know you're a big anti-Pro Bowl guy.
I'm not anti-Pro Bowl. I just 3 o'clock on a Sunday is a weird time. I usually have other things going on. But the dedicated fans that did watch it, nice work.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Work is always nice.
Best Pro Bowl memory is just Steve Tasker back in the day, just tearing it up.
My favorite Pro Bowl memory is probably what Jake wanted to say. Sean Taylor lighting up Brian Moorman.
Oh, my God. Yeah, that is definitely what I was going to say.
Rest in peace.
That's awesome. I remember watching that and thinking, oh, my God, I love Sean Taylor. I did not get a chance to love him long. It was a shame. Count your days. Everything's, a blessing in this life. But nonetheless, the Pro Bowl had some new hitches in rules. Dave, were you able to catch any of the rules at least? I know they got rid of onside kick, and you know what? I almost think the game was a little fixed, so they got to showcase it. So instead of onside kicks, now they get the option to take the ball on 4th and 15, and if they convert, they get to keep the ball. From my understanding of the rules, I think if the other team stops you, I don't think that they get to keep the ball. I think they turnover on down start at the 25.
It would definitely be a turnover on down. It starts on 25. I read about it. I like the rule. I think it's nice that they're doing something like that. It's never going to implement. It just changes the game completely. You look at a team like maybe Kansas City or another high-powered offense, Dallas maybe, and they're playing a lesser team. It's just so uncompetitive. It takes the competitiveness away from the game.
Actually, if it is unsuccessful,
it's an XFL type rule. Sorry,
the possession will be taken at the spot of the dead ball.
See, that's interesting because the play did end up turning into interception, and for some reason, the officials ruled it dead. I'm not sure why. It could have been because of that thud fake tackling.
It might still be a work in progress.
Yeah, I think that they will implement the rule eventually. Maybe not next year, maybe not the year after that, but I think eventually we will see the last onside kick happen. And I do believe that rule will be taken in place, and I love it. Listen, anytime you can get more offense involved in the game, they can score on this 4th and 15 possession. It's just a great, beautiful play. A guy like Aaron Rodgers, heave it up. Tom Brady, check it down.
And it's really good because the Bills this year specifically have been really good on 3rd and long,
Absolutely.
so I don't see why that can't translate to a 4th and 15 either. So
Yeah, and listen, still a tough make. Like, Dave, you think it's going to be a blowout. It's tough to make 15 yards in this league. That's 45 feet. That's no gimme. And
It's not a gimme, but...
And there's no running plays. I doubt you'll see a lot of running out of that.
No.
So it's a passing play. Fair enough. The NFL has turned themselves into a passing league. This just kind of enhances the rule.
Now, let me ask you this. Do you think we'll see, if this rule is enacted, that we're going to see these onside kicks in game-defining situations? Do you think teams will just start doing
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I know I would.
I think it would be the way of life. I think you'd be seeing teams do it in the second quarter even. Teams are risky. That's why I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's a great idea. I think it makes the game exciting, but the owner's never going to approve of that. It's just not competitive.
See, it's the competition committee that would approve of that. And I think the funny part about it is, how would you not want more offense? That's more fantasy stats. That's more points. That's more, under-overs in Vegas. I think that it just enhances what the NFL has been trying to become, which is big plays, must-see TV. And you know what? If I watch Belichick do it 8 times in a game, I think it'd be fascinating.
No, yeah, definitely. David, man. You look upset. Is everything okay?
He's just really upset about the Rumble.
I'm not upset at all. I'm perfectly fine.
All right.
God. I actually don't know why you're asking me that because I'm happy as could be.
Well, good. Good. I want to know that you're happy.
I am.
Good.
What do you got for me, Jake?
Let's talk about the Super Bowl. We have the Super Bowl coming up next week.
It is Super Bowl week.
We're going to have
cannot wait.
a lovely spread. Let's talk about that for a second.
Okay.
Let's talk about the spread we are going to have. It's going to be a meat
I
extravaganza.
believe the spread's 2 points. Oh, you're talking about the food spread.
I'm talking about the food spread.
All right.
What we
I
all
like where this is going.
care about.
Yeah, you know what? I want to see the fans and the listeners interact with this one a little bit. Guys, tell me what your favorite thing to have on the table for the snack tray on Super Bowl Sunday is. My personal favorite, my mother makes these mini hot dogs with the pineapple and brown sugar. And it's pretty good. And I know what we're having. Dave, what's your go-to on Super Bowl Sunday?
I think you need to have the chicken wings, right?
Definitely.
You need chicken wings. You
Touch
need
of
blue
Italy.
cheese. You need beer. You need some black button.
Jake, what's yours? Dave just listed 3 things.
I mean, definitely you got to go with the chicken wing dip. I mean, we're region specific here at Madman Sports. Keep it with the chicken wing dip.
Yeah, you know what? And that's fine by me. So fans, please, I'm begging you.
What's yours, Zach? You never said.
I did. Fans, please. Dave doesn't listen to the podcast while he's in the podcast. Fans, tell us what your favorite thing is for the Super Bowl. Now, Jake, we're doing like a smorgasbord.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
This is like a meat lineup this week.
I know. I'm bringing the ribs.
So we got
I'm
ribs.
doing steak.
We got crab legs, steak,
I'm bringing
chicken
a
wings,
shit
of
ton
course.
of bacon too.
A lot of bacon. Isaac's not gonna like that.
Why are
Oh,
you bringing bacon?
Why are you bringing bacon for real though? Are you gonna candy it?
I was just gonna wrap it on stuff.
Oh, all right, cool. But yeah, I mean, listen, the Super Bowl is, at least in the last 25 years, has never been about the Bills. So, we've had to adapt to make it about food. Dave loves commercials. I love the game. We gotta,
Come up with this shit. I don't like commercials.
I like commercials,
Just
except for the
talking
ones.
out of your ass. I don't like commercials.
So let us know. What you guys? What's the favorite part of the Super Bowl for you guys?
I'm looking forward to a nip slip this year, maybe with J-Lo.
Well, now we know you're lying.
Demi Lovato, you mean?
Listen,
J-Lo.
all right. So, what do we got for the predictions,
Well,
Dave?
okay, we could do predictions, but I was going to ask you guys a question also.
Go ahead, David. You go first.
I was going to ask your favorite Super Bowl memory of all time.
My favorite Super Bowl memory of all
Now,
time.
forgive our age here, please.
Yeah, it's going to be quite recent. I am going to have to go with when, I think it was 2009, so 2010, when the undefeated Patriots played the New York
2007.
Giants. Was it 2007?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the year I went to my first football game.
Ooh.
I actually saw the Bills play the Giants when they went to the Super Bowl, so that was interesting. They can hear me just fine.
I can't.
Well, that's fine. But no, I think that David Tyree catch was just magnificent. It was game-defining. We thought at the time was going to be the end of the Patriots dynasty, but obviously we were wrong. So
Was that the sideline catch or was that the
no, that was
head
That's
one?
the
on the
head.
head.
They were
With
both
Rodney
great
Harrison.
catches.
Yeah, and then now
A
retired
la Eli
Manning.
Manning.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
Now retired Eli Manning winning that game. Dave, what's yours?
Well, I was around for the Bills Super Bowl years. I was a very little tiny kid, and those weren't very enjoyable times. My biggest Super Bowl memory has to be, besides the Patriots losing twice to the Giants, go Giants, twice to the Giants. I think my best memory has to be the John Elway game against the Packers. Against the Falcons when he won and retired out in the sunset. That helicopter flip in the air was just amazing. And it was an exciting game, too.
Zach?
I don't know. You guys kind of put me on the spot about this one.
You're the one? Oh, no, Dave's.
It's a tough one.
We talked about it off camera.
No, we didn't.
We definitely didn't.
If I had to go off the top of my head, I'm surprised how much I really enjoyed that Pittsburgh Steelers-Arizona Cardinals Super Bowl. I think James Harrison taking that 99-yard interception return for a touchdown right before half was awesome.
That was really cool.
Yeah, so if I have to be put on the spot...
I was tired for him.
Yeah, if I had to be put on the spot, it'd probably be that game. I think the coolest moment I've ever witnessed in the Super Bowl, and forgive me for it being a Patriots moment, was that 28-3 comeback against the Falcons. That was just unbelievable. Like, that was, you were just watching something that was historic.
Falcons still haven't recovered from that.
They have not. Kyle Shanahan has, though.
Definitely, finally.
But I think every American does enjoy commercials for the Super Bowl. Everyone gets quiet during it. That's why I personally don't like going to bars. I like to pay attention to the commercials and listen to them. The halftime show is always a little bit exciting. Just the whole thing. The whole day is fun. It's just it should be a holiday. It should be on a Saturday, or there should be no work on Monday. One or the other. America decide.
Now, listen. There's a big game coming up. It's the final game of the season. I can't believe the season's already over. I genuinely cannot believe the season's already over. Who do you think the most underrated player besides the two quarterbacks is? Like, who's the most important player non-quarterback
I'll
in
go
this
last.
game? Jacob, you go first?
Yeah, I go first. I think it's going to be Richard Sherman. Coming off of a pretty gnarly injury a couple years ago, he's kind of looking for that bounce back. And there was a conversation on Twitter between him and Darrelle Revis, excuse me. So I think he's out there trying to prove something still. I mean, you go from being a part of the Legion of Boom to that being non-existent anymore to kind of wanting to command that 49ers defense. So I think it's important for him to lock down the speedy weapons the
it's gonna be tough to
49ers
stop.
or the Chiefs have. So I think that's Richard Sherman.
Yeah, my player, because Dave wants to go last, would probably be Eric Fisher. He's got a hard job of stopping Bosa. He's got to protect
That'll be a fun
Mahomes'
matchup.
blind side. I think the Chiefs are going to win this game pretty easily. But, it's the Super Bowl. You never know. But, yeah, I think Eric Fisher is the most important player in this game. Stopping Bosa, who's been unstoppable. And, he's a former first-round pick himself, so he knows how to, play that ball game. David, please.
I'm going with the Chiefs safety, Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger. He needs to stop Kittle, and he needs to stop Garoppolo from making a big play. I think the offense will do their job, so the defense is going to look for a player to make a play, and it's going to have to be Tyrann Mathieu because they're going to have to prevent that big play ability, and Matthew's damn good. He will do so. So he's my surprise player for the Chiefs.
The Honey Badger.
So, Dave, who's winning the game?
I think it's going, like I said 2 weeks ago, I wasn't excited for this matchup, but now I am. I think it's going to be a high-scoring matchup, actually. I don't think the Niners' defense will be very effective because I think the Chiefs are just too fast.
The over-under is 55.
Yeah, Chiefs are just too fast. I think it's going to be a shame because McCoy probably isn't going to be active in the game, and it would be nice to see him. I think Watkins will have a big game. I'm going with the Chiefs. I think it'll be an exciting first half. Second half, I think the Niners just can't keep up with the Chiefs.
Jake, who's winning the game?
I think, it's going to be an easy win for the Kansas City Chiefs. They're just too fast, too many weapons. Patrick Mahomes is too versatile. Not discrediting anything that the 49ers have done this year because, they played most of the season when undefeated. It's hard to stop the Chiefs. So,
Yeah, I'm taking the Chiefs like I mentioned earlier. I just think this is Andy Reid's time. He deserves it. He's built an offense, McCoy, Watkins, whatever. All those former Bills, I'll give it to him. Harris, he's a linebacker from the city of Buffalo. Good for him. I hope he wins one.
Reggie Ragland.
Yeah, there's a lot of Buffalo ties to the Chiefs, not so much to the 49ers. I'm just going to root for the guys. Listen, a guy leaves Buffalo. That's not a slight on what the time of he was here. Once you're a Bill, you're always a Bill. You do it for one guy, you got to do it for everyone.
Can I do a fun prop bet?
Sure.
All right, Dave, I think you'd
should
be
do a couple
enjoying
of
this.
these. That's a good idea.
All right, so a prop bet. How long will it take for Demi Lovato to sing the U.S. national anthem? Over 2 minutes is minus 220. Over 2 minutes, and under 2 minutes is plus 155. Zach?
I don't care. Next.
I think she goes over.
She goes over? Yeah, she's got some
Give me like a yardage prop bet or something.
Oh, these are fun, Jake. Keep going.
Come on. All right, player prop bets.
Thank you.
All right.
I don't care about Demi Lovato.
Patrick Mahomes passing touchdowns.
4.
Oh, 4, so over. That's minus 130. Dave?
Over 4.
Perfect. Patrick Mahomes' longest completion. Over, under 44.5 yards.
65 yards over.
Perfect. We'll do George Kittle receiving yards. Over, under 70.5.
85. Over.
Dave?
Under.
Tyreek Hill receiving yards. Over, under 79.5.
140 over.
Holy shit.
I think he
blows the top off.
I think
the
he gets over 100, and I think he's the game MVP.
Sammy Watkins receptions.
You hear that?
Over, under
Tyreek Hill
3.5.
MVP.
How much is it, Jake?
3.5.
I think he gets 5. So, yeah, over. I'm going over on everything.
Are you not asking me?
Yeah,
You have a
can
chance
just
to
answer.
respond. You're just talking about other things.
David,
You guys are rushing along here.
We're trying to
David.
fire these off.
what Sammy Watkins, over, under 3.5.
Under.
Wow. Raheem Morissette, total yards on first rushing attempt. Over, under 4.5.
Is this a yards per carry?
This is just on his first rushing attempt.
Oh.
Jesus.
12 yards.
Under.
His longest rush, 10.5.
Who has time for this?
36 yards. What's the payout on that? I'm going to go over on that. What was the
on his
longest
first
yard?
attempt?
No, what was the longest yards payout?
Longest rush, over is minus 135. Under is plus 105.
I don't know. Give me the money on that one, so I'll go under, even though I don't believe in it.
Total sacks. We were talking about Nick Bosa earlier.
Is this both teams or?
Is this the entire game?
Is it the entire game
Yeah.
or just one team?
No, just the entire.
What's the number?
1 sack.
What?
Over, under 1 sack.
Well, they're both scrambling quarterbacks. I think it's over.
For the whole game or
Yeah.
for Bosa?
Just for Nick Bosa.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking.
Oh, I
I thought you were talking about the
I
whole
don't
team.
think he gets
No.
any.
I think he gets 2.
All right.
Unless Fisher pulls through. All right. Do you got another one, or you want to move on?
All right. So this is actually fun. This is an anytime touchdown scorer.
Okay, sure.
We'll
Love the prop.
do
bets,
some
guys.
long shots here. Jimmy Garoppolo. Presumably this is rushing. Is plus 700. Would you take that?
Yeah, I'm taking that because, he learned from the best of the best when it comes to quarterback sneaks. If they get to the 1 yard line,
Yeah, that's kind of a fun one.
exactly, that's easy money.
That could be a lot of
I
money.
might put 300 on that.
Interesting. That was it.
It's 2100.
700?
Yeah, plus 700.
They get to the 1 yard line. Who's getting the ball? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He learned from Tom Brady how to.
Are there any ridiculous ones on there, Jake? Like,
I
think that was the ridiculous
Demi
one.
Lovato one related ones?
I
First
mean,
commercial and stuff? Again, it's a
What
whole
about Gatorade?
It's a whole
Is there a
event.
Gatorade one in there?
I don't know. Hold on. There's a halftime
What's that one?
prop bet. How many songs will be performed in Spanish? Over, under 1.5.
Oh, it's in Miami.
Is it
so
J-Lo?
Probably more than half.
Yeah, J-Lo.
No, I'm
And
gonna go with,
Shakira.
what's the number?
1.5.
So what classifies as a Spanish song? Like
Spanish words?
Sang in Spanish.
Yeah, but Shakira is like even humps. My hips don't lie.
That's not
That-
Shakira.
Yes, it is.
Isn't
Oh,
that
these are
Fergie?
good.
No, that's my humps. Hips don't lie. It has Spanish in it. Como te amo is.
It's probably
Spanish.
it clarifies as a Spanish song, though.
See, that's ridiculous. Then 3. I
And
don't
her
know.
hips- her
that's a
hips do
cheat.
not lie.
Listen, you know.
Oh, this one's you can just take to the bank right now. How many times will Alex Rodriguez be shown during the halftime show? Over, under is 0.5.
Oh, 0.
No,
I don't even think they can find him.
definitely
Zero.
show
I
him.
don't think they're going to want to take the eyes off J-Lo.
No, they're definitely.
I don't
gonna
even
show
think
him.
they'll be able to find him unless he's on stage. Listen, there's so many people at the Super Bowl. They're gonna be like, A-Rod's right there.
Will any
We
of
can move on.
Will Enrique Iglesias make an appearance? Yes or no?
Yes.
Plus 500 for yes. Minus 900.
I believe
for
he's
no.
a minority owner, so yes, I think he makes an appearance.
No, I think that's Mark Anthony.
Will a football? No more odds, no more guessing.
What
But
was that question?
will a football be used as a prop?
What?
These are crazy.
Like in this halftime show,
Yes.
or
Will Jennifer Lopez show butt cleavage during halftime show?
I hope so.
Will
my mom listens. I can't.
Will there be a wardrobe malfunction during the halftime show?
There will not.
Yes, plus 1,000. No, minus.
If there isn't
2,500.
during the halftime show, there will be at the house.
Minus 2,500. Do you know what you have to bet for that? You have to bet $2,500 just to win $100. They are so sure that that's not going to happen.
All right. Well, that
All
is
right, so
your prop bets.
from
for
going to
Mad Men
one
Sports.
extreme to another, there was some sad, terrible news this past Sunday. Kobe Bean Bryant passed away in a helicopter accident with his daughter Gianna and 7 other passengers in the helicopter. I broke the news to you guys. Now, I'm not trying to be a shefter about this. No one wants to ever break that kind of news. I almost thought it was fake. Who thinks that legends die like that? You know what I mean?
I know, and
It's
especially just losing
out of the blue.
third all-time
Yeah,
scoring spot
it just
too.
seemed like it was almost it's so unreal at that point. His poor daughter. He's survived by his wife and 3 kids. He's got a 7th-month-old. For crying out loud, that's just terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I grew up with Kobe. The
we all did.
generation before me kind of had Michael Jordan. You guys kind of have LeBron James, but
We have a lot more
Kobe
Kobe
Bryant
than-
was more of my generation, and he was damn good. They
Unbelievable.
called him the Mamba. People always compared Kobe to Michael Jordan, and now people are comparing LeBron to Kobe and Michael Jordan. So he's in that tier, and it's just kind of unbelievable that he's even gone. It's sad. The whole basketball world was mourning for him today. It was kind of cool to see.
The whole world was.
It's kind of cool
The
to see the stuff they were doing
Grammys,
for him.
Do you want to just give your best Kobe moment? Just a quick one.
Mine was the reaction it was when he came into the league, because he was the second player ever to come from high school to the league, and he outperformed amazingly. He went with Shaq. Him and Shaq didn't get along, and then they ended up winning several rings, and he's just been unbelievable since. He finished his career with the Lakers. It's hard to say that you play that long and with one team.
20 years.
Magic Johnson tonight said he's the greatest Laker of all time, and I would have to probably agree. And there's a lot of great players Lakers have had.
Definitely. Zach?
It's funny because I was telling Dave this. Kobe played 20 years for the Lakers, and I could mention the time where he tore his Achilles and walked up to the free throw line and still shot him. That crazy moment. I talk about that, how many times I watched the SportsCenter highlight, like on rerun the morning after the Toronto game where he scored 81 on Jalen Rose. But I think the most impactful thing about Kobe Bryant was it was just so unreal the last 20, 15 years, just watching him transcend into more than basketball. It's so interesting watching everyone say stick to sports and like the climate there is. But, he was into fashion. Everyone remembers those weird pictures with him in the white on white on white at the fashion shows when he had this whole, rag going on or whatever that is. And then, he's huge in the music. He won an Oscar 2 years ago. You guys remember that movie he
Best
made?
animated short film, yeah.
Yeah, he was bigger than basketball. I remember the Olympics he was in China. He was huge. Everyone flocked to him. Kobe was, I said this to Dave too, and maybe I shouldn't say it because it's a little weird, but, everyone always says, like, how Michael Jordan's the greatest of all time, and he was. But, I know that Michael Jordan's the greatest of all time, but he was a dick. Jordan's kind of a mean guy. I feel like as, the world kind of grew and Kobe grew up from an 18-year-old in the league, you could see that he's not a bad guy. He's taking, you see the videos with his daughters. You see him out in public. No one has anything bad to say. There's no, crazy stories about Kobe Bryant other than the fact that he just wanted people to be them best selves. Mm-hmm. So, I think Kobe being bigger than basketball is a huge, impactful thing that I always remember Kobe Bryant as.
Yeah, and do you guys remember the 2009 Game 7 win over Boston?
Yeah.
I do.
I think me and him watched it together.
He averaged 28.6 points per game over the course of that series. That's
I could
iconic.
see the NBA doing something where they just retire the number 24. I know like Mavericks did tonight. I could see the entire league doing so.
Yeah, he had a huge impact on the game. Everyone says Jordan, Kobe, LeBron. Those are the 3 pillars. We don't need to talk about who is the single most best basketball player of all time. Like Dave said, and I didn't even think about it until then, just give them a tier. Those are the 3 GOATs. There's a Mount Rushmore. Let those 3 dudes be the Mount Rushmore of basketball.
Definitely.
I don't know who the 4th is, but it's not something we're going to decide tonight. But, that is, Kobe's bigger than basketball, and he deserves to be remembered as such.
Definitely.
The Grammys had a great tribute to him tonight when they opened up.
Even Royal Rumble had something for him.
Yeah, he spanned across everywhere.
It's a shame.
It's a shame to end the podcast like that, but we do have some also good news. In case you missed it last week, we do have our draft game going on, so what the situation for that is, from picks 1 through 22, mock out what's going to happen. Email us at madmensports@gmail.com. Send us your picks. On draft night, we will count the points up for every correct answer, and we'll be giving away an autographed Bills Legend jersey. There's a lot of things we could work out until then. I will be making a post on madmensports.com so to iron out details. If there's a trade, you get a free point because that messes up everyone's mock draft. I'm looking forward to it. Draft night will be fun. We're going to be live streaming. Watch it with us. If you're at, work, doing something, and you can't get to it, throw us on in the background. We'll be live streaming so you can hear the picks, copyright infringement, whatever. We'll be talking about the picks so you get instant breakdown, instant analysis. We'll be doing deep dives into the draft. Jake, you have some awesome great news that I'd love you to talk about for the merchandise.
Yeah, so we have launched a store of some sorts on teespring.com. I'll put a couple examples of what we're selling up there. But basically, we just wanted to give you guys as much content, as much things, Mad Men Sports, as we possibly can. So we are unveiling a hoodie, an OG Mad Men Sports logo hoodie, and a crew neck of that nature as well.
We'll probably have a t-shirt as well.
We will be exploring additional options for additional merchandise in the future. We just wanted to gauge interest on these two items first.
We'd love the support. We appreciate you guys watching, appreciate you guys listening. If you guys wanted to buy some merchandise, show your support, wear it out, meet other fellow listeners of Mad Men Sports.
And be on the lookout as well for non-Mad Men Sports specific apparel as well. We're looking
to be topical.
Near future to kind of branch out and do more topical things, as Zach said. So, maybe Josh Allen spiking, whatever. Things of that nature in regards to the Buffalo Bills, not Mad Men Sports centric.
And
so
the biggest thing when we're making these things, and we're not going to price it at $50. We're trying to keep the price as low as possible just to make sure we can get it out to you guys. I appreciate all the help you guys could ever give to us, and if you wanted to buy a hoodie or crew neck, I think Jake can drop the link into the description. So
and if you do, sorry, Jake.
And definitely, we're not doing this just to line our own pockets as well.
No,
the money that
it goes right back into
the money that we get from these hoodies, from these shirts, we're going to put into this to make a better product for you guys. We care about you guys. We do this for you guys. We do this at 1 o'clock in the morning every
after the Royal
Sunday
Rumble
night for you guys. It's fun to talk with our two best friends, but we want all of you guys to be our best friends.
Is Carissa here?
Damn, chill out.
No, but I just appreciate it. Listen, you see the new setup. I'm not going to say that we're scrapping for cash, but also it helps to kind of give back. I think having a hoodie of the podcast to listen to would be pretty cool. I'd love for you
we
guys
can turn it into giveaways too. We're not against that.
That's what we're really trying to.
And if you do buy one, take a picture and we'll put it on Instagram for you.
Yeah, we would love to start, showing off our fans wearing our merch too. So that'd be cool too.
But buy one or not, we'll still be here every Sunday.
Yeah. We're not going to hold it over your heads. We're not trying to hold you for ransom. We're not like, buy 100 T-shirts or we're done. We're just, we're just trying to keep it growing.
If you want it, we got it.
Yeah, exactly. So, guys, I hope you have a great week. Super Bowl week. We're going to be talking after the Super Bowl, aren't we?
We are.
We're going to have a post-Super Bowl podcast.
Oh,
that's
it's
a lot of
Sunday, too. Oh.
Post-Super Bowl podcast.
We'll be stuffed.
Maybe we'll eat some crab legs on the pod.
We will not be eating. Jake's never had crab legs before.
Jake's going to have an allergic reaction on camera.
I know, my face is going to be huge.
I'll bring an EpiPen from work.
Thank you, guys. Take care.
Take care. Have a great week and enjoy.
Bye, guys.